All right, hey guys. So this is my learning and teaching interaction number 3. And so some of the things that I was thinking about was the purpose of the program evaluation. And so I think the purpose of this program evaluation is pretty much just to help assess the strengths and the weaknesses of the program. Um, and I think this kind of helps be able to realize what things can be added or taken away from the program just to make it better. Um, and I think this kind of goes along with you need to think back to the vision and goals of the program that you created. And so I think the biggest thing for the vision is you need to think about what do I want the participants in my workshop to get out of these lessons. And so I think when you can answer that question, then you can go forward and say, okay, this pertains to the goal or this pertains to the vision. And if that doesn't work, then you can take that out, or you can be like, well, this is really good, so let me add more to that. And I think that really kind of proves the effectiveness and the improvements of the lesson. And so it's like, so some questions that I had was like, is my workshop interesting enough? Can the participants relate to it? Is there a cohesive flow to the lessons, and what do the participants need more of? So like, do they need more videos? Do they need more activities? Do they need more questionnaires? Or like with the flow, like, is it easy? Is it flowing? Do I have transitions? Does it make sense? Or am I jumping all over the place? And then do I have enough information, or can the participants like kind of see why it's important? So I think things like that kind of helps assess how effective it is and what improvements can be made. And so I think my plan for the assessment is to just, if something seems too broad or seems not relatable, I'm going to take those out, or I'm going to make it more specific so it is better, or either find a way to make something more relatable if I think it's important. And I think I'm going to just be able to identify what things are the most important, and then in regards to the vision and the goals that I created. And then I think those things also kind of tie into the code of ethics. And so the code of ethics, I think, is important just because it makes family life educators know what is okay to talk about, what they should be doing, what things they need to change, or what things they shouldn't be doing, or like how they handle things. So like, because the worst thing is to go to a family life education class and it turned into a therapy session, because that's not what it's there for. It's there for educational purposes to help families like get principles and topics to like arise that they can discuss, but it's not there to like disclose personal information. And so the two principles that came from the code of ethics that stood out to me were ethic number 1 and ethic number 3. And so ethic number 1 discusses how an educator between participants, the relationship between the participants and the instructor, and it kind of, or both of them do, but ethic number 1 kind of focuses on the instructor's impact on the family and the individual. And so like, it's kind of up to the instructor to really hype up the factors of the family and kind of teach them really well, because if they don't teach them well, like the participants won't understand why it's so important. And then ethic number 3 talks about having respect for all participants, because everyone's going to have a different background or culture or idea. And so we need to be able to be unbiased, and we need to be able to like work together to kind of like come to a common agreement or common goal. And so if you can teach really well, you'll be able to let everyone with different values and cultures and backgrounds, they'll be able to see why the family is so important and why these topics are so important. And that's my goal when I'm going to teach. And so a few questions that I had about the code of ethics were, do all family life educators use this code of ethics, or is there like different ones? Because like there's like marriage and family therapy ethics and like social work ethics. But then I wonder if like there's like specific ones just for family life education, and is this the only one for family life education, or is there other ones? And then I wonder if you have to sign anything regarding the code of ethics when you are a family life educator, and then how often should family life educators reread the code of ethics to refresh their knowledge of it? And then one thing that's going to really influence me is the values that I have. And I think I have really strong opinions about individuality within the family. And I think relationships are really important for everyone, no matter who you are. But the individuals need to grow and learn on their own and help grow themselves. And I hope that participants that I have can strive to better themselves in order to better the people in their lives. And so I think another thing that is important is working with people who have different values, because everyone knows that there's differences no matter where you go. And I think for me, since I'm a pretty unbiased person and I can kind of be really empathetic to situations and cultures, I think that'll give me a step up when I'm teaching, just because if someone says something that I might not agree personally, I can probably see why they think that way. And so I'm hoping that while I'm teaching that people can understand that like they can share what they want and believe, but they need to also be willing to let me teach what I teach and somehow incorporate that into their lives. And I don't really see like there being any kind of ethical problems in my lessons, just because I have a really good, I think I'm really good at assessing people and like situations kind of. And so I think I just got to make sure that like if someone like starts to talk too personal, I can like group and have them come back towards the main goal of the lesson, and like just share information, not necessarily keep talking about those personal problems. And I think, like I said, I'm pretty empathetic, but I think some of the qualities that I have are that I think some of the qualities that I have, like I said, was that I'm empathetic and I'm unbiased, and I'm pretty rational. And so I think these qualities are going to help me reach with these I can help reach a bunch of different types of people, and it's going to be pretty easy and flowing. And I think that as long as you have a good attitude and you don't get too negative, that these things will help people bring out information that they want to talk about or want to know. And I think as a family life educator, the role and responsibility is to teach and support and provide information to create happier and healthier, better relationships. And so that's my goal, is to just kind of like stay unbiased, stay empathetic, and stay knowledgeable in order to kind of help these people feel like they're getting something out of it. And I'm pretty sure I'm out of these three FLE, FT, and FCM, I'm most qualified for FLE, just because I was in the parental education class, and there I taught on love and logic, overindulgence, and mindful parenting, and used those things in my lesson plans. And that was like, my teacher said it was a form of family life education, and so I think I'm most suited for that. I think it's really important to understand boundaries that the instructors have, so they don't cross the line when teaching participants. We need to know like what are teaching opportunities and what things are proven and researched, and we need to know what things are emotion based and when things turn into a therapy session versus a lesson, and we need to know how to gauge that and how to redirect when needed. And I really like the Myers Wall article, because it helps me see why, as family life educators, we shouldn't slide into the role of a therapist, because we don't have the training and we don't have the right like area, and we don't have the right tools, and it just, people aren't there to share their problems. They're there to learn, and other people don't want to hear about problems. We're all here to get advice, learn about theories, and give tools and stuff and resources to help kind of build up these people, but not necessarily talk too personal, because it's going to detract from the workshop. So that's my learning and teaching interaction number 3, and I look forward to hearing from you guys.